my friends, how are you doing? It's a sunny week in Switzerland. Today the clouds are thickening. A thunderstorm is on the way, I think. I wanted to do a review of two Kodja blends, actually, to return to the Kodja blends, you know. A lot of videos recently, of course, and the new one, Captain Black Platinum, is out, and several reviews about that tobacco. And a long time ago I tried actually Captain Black Royal and liked it. Actually, it was not far away from Sir Walter Raleigh aromatic, you know, or a lot of people say it's actually 1Q, you know, the same blend. So I wanted to compare these two Kodja blends, and I decided to use 3 pipes, these ones. And today I'm smoking my CJ Cobb. As the sun is shining, and I love these artistic painted cobs. Milan tobacco, and CJ is a master of that. I put a Forever stem and I drilled it 6mm, just a cup, and it fits actually very nicely in the cob. So it's filtered, as the other pipes are as well. So today I'm using my little the Spirit of St. Louis lighter. It's a very good one, very cheap. And I'm smoking in this cob at this moment Captain Black Royal, and it takes about a week to actually use 3 pipes and smoke each one, cleaning the pipe in between, because this is a medium to heavy aromatic, and this one is quite different really. It's quite fascinating that Scandinavia Tobacco Group, or Lane, has decided to launch a new platform, and this one is almost not a Kodja blend, something different. Anyway, let's start the comparison. Well, Captain Black Royal is well known and very old, and you can actually buy a pouch. These two are actually a pouch like this one. But you can get this one in a tub. Maybe eventually this one, I don't know. Tobacco Reviews gave this 2.5, which is good, but it's not very good, or not spectacular as a score, but it was very diverse. Some people love this blend really, and stay true to it and their smoking life. So this one I've smoked in the Meerschaum, and I've smoked in the Briarworks pipe, and now in a cob, just to see what the differences are. Both of these blends are best in the Meerschaum. Every blend I tried, it's always the best, you know. Why not have only Meerschaums? Well, Bremen Piper would say, yeah, you should do that. But, you know, Meerschaums are delicate and usually a bit more expensive, 9mm, and, you know, there's some disadvantages, so I've maybe got 4 Meerschaum pipes. So you saw the cut. This is a ribbon, classic ribbon. You saw it in the photo. This one is a bit odd, you know. It's what I call a thin ribbon. A thin ribbon. You see it here, maybe better. It's not quite, for me, a shag cut, but it's not far away. But there's some thicker leaves, and there are some very sort of stringy ones like that, you know. So it's a thinner cut on this one. And that's what you do when your topping is less or more subtle, to release more surface area, and that fits with this platinum blend. This is Burley and Virginia, and this one is Black Cavendish. And Cavendish and Virginia. There's no Burley here. Now when I smoked this one in the Meerschaum and also the Briar, I loved it, and I thought this is even better than I remember. I gave it a thumbs up, and now I give it 2 thumbs up, because I like an aromatic which you don't have to search for the flavours. You know, they grab you when you smoke it. I got the vanilla and the caramel, and there's a nuance of molasses there around, and a kind of feeling of alcohol, you know, liqueur must have been used in this. It's very actually close to Sir Walter Raleigh aromatic, how it used to be, you know, before the Dominican Republic move. Maybe I should get a tub of this. It's a classic codger blend. It's easy to smoke, right? It's not in its nature to go fast. It's easy to control. It's smoothed with the Black Cavendish, a bit creamy. The moisture is almost right. You could dry it for 10 minutes or something like that, but it's yeah, slightly moist, but it's almost right. You could smoke it right out of the pouch. I did in my briar a quick run, you know, pushed it a little faster. I tried to for about an hour or 50 minutes, and I was a bit faster and no tongue bite. You have a after flavour, you know, you feel it on the tongue, but it's not really, it's not tongue bite. The next day you wake up, you don't know, you don't feel any tongue bite. It's definitely an all-day smoke. I would buy this again at some point. I've got too much tobacco at the moment, but instead of Sir Walter Raleigh aromatic, the new quality, I probably would go to this. Or 1Q maybe. Interested, the fans of this one, do you think it's really 1Q or there's slight differences? A long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, I smoked 1Q and I thought it was not quite the same as Captain Black Royal, but let me know if that's established knowledge in the, you know, the fans of Lane Limited. It could well be. In both of these there's very little nick, so if you're nick sensitive, no problem at all. So this got 3 stars from Jim Inks, and Stevie B 4 stars. I certainly give it 3.5. In its category of a codger blend, maybe even nearer to 4 stars. It's really good. Very good to excellent, I would say. My ashtray today is a coconut, bird feeding. Had some fat and nuts, and they pecked it clean, so I didn't throw it away. I think this is actually a hanger ashtray. So as I said, I'm not quite finished with this comparison. I've smoked this in the briar and I smoked it in the meerschaum. The first smoke I almost didn't like it because I struggled to actually identify the flavours, and I'm not a fan of shag cuts or thin ribbons because they usually go too fast for me, and I'm not advanced in shag cuts. But what I did, I smoked it again in the meerschaum and the briar, and I packed it tighter to slow it down, right? And when I jarred it, I did a slight hydration, a few drops of water in the jar, so it's slightly moist like this one, but still good to smoke from the jar. A little bit of moisture slows it down if it's a shag cut, but it's tricky, you know. If you too much, you get too much steam. It's not also good for the tongue bite. But I think I got it right in the second time. I got it to about 55 minutes in a bowl. packed it really tight, but the draw was still okay. I also took a couple of days between the smokes to refresh my palate, you know. That helps sometimes when you've got a subtle blend. And I picked some flavours, definitely a vanilla, but it's a kind of odd vanilla. It's not like deer tongue, but it's almost like a flower that wants to be vanilla. It's a slight floral touch in the background with this, it smooths the vanilla, and it's subtle, but you can pick it up, and it's actually very pleasant, very pleasant. And I was going slow with this. I really slowed it down, not like, you know, my regular technique, Royal, that tolerates my technique, but here I was going slow, you know. Putting it down when it got a bit too warm, and taking time. Less, significantly less sweet. So if you want a, you know, a medium or stronger aromatic, this is not this one. This is on the mild side, and I would say it's subtle. So if you go too fast, you almost can't pick the flavour, which I did on the first smoke. So the burn dynamic is you have to slow it down, and then it's very good. No tongue bite at all. I enjoyed this actually very much. I would give it good to very good. Would I buy it again? I don't know. I'm more this kind of guy, but if you smoke it right, it's very pleasant, and the flavours are quite different. Of course, the Virginia comes through in the second half of the bowl, bit of spice, like a kind of just a kiss of ginger, you know, or something like that. It's very enjoyable to take your time and enjoy this one, and if somebody gave me a pouch or something, I would keep it and I would smoke it. There's only one review on Tobacco Reviews, Jarwi BR, whoever he is. Good review. He smoked, gave it 3 stars. Sometimes I'm lazy with my technique, and you know, for me it's probably more like 2.5 stars, which is good, you know, but you have to know, and you have to take your time, get the moisture right and pack it tight. But I can imagine someone who wants to a crossover for a tobacco to aromatic, just a nudge of topping and subtle flavours. If you don't mind the thin ribbon cut, you might really like this one. So I've still have to try this one in the cob, and I'm pretty sure, for me at least, the cob is very good for tobaccos that behave well in briars and things like that, but a subtle blend like this, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I will try it anyway. So I don't see this actually a competition here. I think this is Captain Black's breakout from classic Codger blends. For example, I love Captain Black Dark, which is vanilla, powerful vanilla. You know, you can't, it explodes. It's pure Cavendish and vanilla, and I love that blend. It's one of the best atomic blends of vanilla. Really good what it offers. But this is like a new venture, I think. It's a subtlety is something new. Yeah. It taught me, you know, if you want to enjoy this, you have to do another technique. So I made the video because I think I will not experience anything different with the cob, this one, but if I do, I'll mention it in another video. So my friends, very interesting and worth a try, and if you have not tried the Royal and you like aromatics, you should try that one. Very good. I hope no thunderstorms where you are, and have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you probably about a week or so. I'm exploring Italy again. Cheerio, my friends, and bye-bye.